Hey everyone, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. So today is October 9th and archery season for deer started on Saturday. And I went and picked up myself my first crossbow ever. It is a Karnage Apocalypse and I believe it's made by Bear. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not real familiar with crossbow brands. I know you can spend up to like $1,500 on a crossbow, but as a beginner, this one only cost $199 and it was on sale. So I think I got a pretty good deal on it. It came with a scope, it came with an arrow quiver, it came with 3 arrows, the cocking rope, and even a little bit of rope wax too. So I think it was a pretty good starter package for somebody just getting into the sport. I think it was perfect for me. What we're gonna do today is get it sighted in and get ready for archery season. So here's a little better look at it. It does have an adjustable stock, which I needed for myself because I'm 6'5". So if I'm trying to shoot like this, it feels very cramped to get my eye in the scope. But when I can move this back, it's very, very comfortable. So if you're taller, I'd recommend getting an adjustable scope. And I forgot to mention, it does also come with a sling too, which is real nice for carrying it back in the woods because crossbows are a little heavy. All right, so on this crossbow, and I'm pretty sure most other crossbows, to cock it, put your foot through the foot stirrup, grab your cocking rope, wrap it around the back, and then it's got 2 hooks. Hook those on the rope. Make sure your ropes are even. You can adjust it like this, and then just pull it back. Now when you pull it back, it'll be in the fire position, and when it clicks and locks in, it automatically switches to safe. So you don't have to worry about putting the safety on. Next thing is to load it. So all you have to do is put your arrow in with the odd colored fletching down. On this one, there's 2 green, 1 white. The 1 white goes down, and you want to slide it all the way back, and now it's loaded and ready to go. I have a table with a pillow set up, so kind of like a sandbag, and then the target is out there and it's about 40 yards away. So we'll see how close we get with the first shot. I'm going to go right for dead center and see if we're left, right, up or down. All right, let's go see where we hit. All right, so we're a little bit low and to the right. I was aiming dead center. We hit down here, so it needs to come up and left. All right, so to adjust the scope, the top, there's a little cover. Take that off. And then if you look at it, you can see right there it says up, and there's an arrow pointing this way. So we need to go up. I'm gonna take it up about a half a turn because we were pretty low. And then we need to adjust our left and right, and it needs to come left. All right, so on there it says left is to the right. So we wanna go probably about a full or a half turn to the left as well. All right, so it looks like left to right is good, but we're still a little low, so we're gonna bring it up another half turn up. All right, so again, we were aiming right for here, and it looks like now we're a little bit too high, and looks like we're trending a little bit left. So I might bring it back like 3 clicks to the right, and I'm gonna bring it down maybe a quarter of a turn back down. All right, so at 40 yards, I'd say this is a pretty nice little grouping. I'm gonna go ahead and back it up another 15 yards and see what we look like at 15 yards. All right, so at 55 yards, my top crosshair was all the way up here, my second crosshair was all the way down here, and my third crosshair was down here. So that leads me to believe that as far as distance goes, my third crosshair is going to be the one that I'm going to want to use at 55 yards. If I'm at about 45 or 50 yards, that's when I'd use this one. And when I'm at 40 yards, this is the one I'm going to use. All right, so I'm trying to capture this as best as I can, but if you look through the scope, you can see there's 4 crosshair lines. So like I described up on the target, the top line is what I'll use for 40 yards, second line is what I'll use for 50 yards, the third line is what I'll use for 60 yards, and the fourth line I'd imagine is what I use for 70 yards, but like I said before, I doubt I'll shoot anything 70 yards away. But yeah, anyway, that is the Karnage Apocalypse and how to sight it in. Like I said, it's a budget, crossbow. It's a beginner crossbow, but for being able to cluster that well at 60 yards, I think it's a pretty good deal. It does shoot 370 feet per second, which I think is pretty quick. It does have these suppressors on it, so it's pretty quiet as well. But again, this is my first crossbow, so I don't have anything to compare it to, but it seems like it's going to do everything I need it to. Anyway, let me know in the comments below if you archery hunt, what you archery hunt with, if you use a compound bow, a recurve bow, or a crossbow. Let me know what your maximum distance is that you'll take a shot at a deer on. I'm also thinking about doing a video on actually going out and hunting. I don't know if anybody would be interested in seeing something like that. I know some people might get a little squeamish, so let me know in the comments below on that as well if you'd like to see an actual deer hunting video. I could possibly do some deer butchering videos too if people would be interested in that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, click that like button and please subscribe.